Good, happy Wednesday morning, February 3rd, 2021. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. We have a lot of news to get to this Wednesday morning, so let's begin. First up, we're gonna begin with a look at your weather. Snow showers for some into Wednesday. With more on that, let's go to meteorologist Mike Haddad with a full weather forecast.
I think what sets us apart is the fact that our technicians live and breathe only chimneys. It's not a part of our company, it is our company. We do everything from sweeping the chimney, maintaining the chimney, repairing the chimney, rebuilding the chimney.
Thank you very much for joining us, Stormwatch 9 Weather on the Web. Here we are moving through another week, and after a good bout of snow for many parts of the state, things a bit quieter up until Friday morning. Having said that, could be a few snow showers for some into Wednesday. They'll be scattered. And then bright skies for Thursday and on Saturday. Squeezed in between, a weak system races in Friday afternoon. Could have an impact on the evening commute with some snow, generally light the farther north and west you go, and a chance of some mixing south and east of the state capital. The big question mark comes in here Sunday afternoon and Sunday night as another coastal storm moves up near New Hampshire, but will it come close enough for some snow? Still to be determined, so stay tuned to the updates between now and Wednesday night and Thursday. For this night, 20s to around 30, but just cold enough for some black ice to form, so watch out for that. Damp spots on untreated surfaces could glaze over as the night wears on. Steady snow again is moving away, just a scattering of snow showers working back in during the day on Wednesday. And where do they set up shop? Mostly in northern and western New Hampshire, while in southeastern zones, there is a chance of a passing mixed with snow shower at the coast, snow shower farther inland, but very little, if any, accumulation. Clouds will move out later tomorrow night and early Thursday morning, so we get a lot of sunshine back, a bit breezy, and seasonably cool. For tomorrow, upper 20s north to the lower half of the 30s on south. Again, bright skies for Thursday, increasing clouds Friday, some snow, central and north mixed to the south. At this point, doesn't look like a big storm, but it may have an impact on travel for the evening commute for some. And then some sun returns to kick off the weekend. Again, we'll be watching the track on that potential storm for Sunday afternoon and Sunday night as we get closer to it.
Okay, and there you go. And that is a check of your weather from meteorologist Mike Haddad. Thank you for that weather report, Mike Haddad. And now let's take a look at your traffic and see how traffic is shaping up for this Wednesday morning. Let's take a look at your morning traffic map. And there could be some slippery spots this morning if you are traveling this morning. In Henniker, you're seeing some smooth sailing with some medium-paced traffic. Hopkinton, medium-paced traffic with some smooth sailing. Bow, Pembroke, and Concord, smooth sailing with a lot of medium-paced traffic. Boscawen, Canterbury, smooth sailing with a lot of medium-paced traffic. Chichester, smooth sailing. Epsom, smooth sailing. Northwood, smooth sailing. Lee, smooth sailing with some medium-paced traffic. Durham, smooth sailing. Rochester, smooth sailing. Somersworth, smooth sailing with some medium-paced traffic. Dover, smooth sailing with medium-paced traffic. And Portsmouth, smooth sailing with medium-paced traffic. At the Portsmouth going into Maine, smooth sailing with some medium-paced traffic. Rye, smooth sailing. Northampton, smooth sailing. Hampton, smooth sailing. Seabrook, smooth sailing. And to the border, Massachusetts, smooth sailing with medium-paced traffic. 101, smooth sailing with some medium-paced traffic in some spots. Hooksett and Manchester, smooth sailing with medium-paced traffic. Around the Manchester Airport, smooth sailing with medium-paced traffic. Bedford, smooth sailing with a little spot of medium-paced traffic. Amherst, smooth sailing with medium-paced traffic. And Milford, smooth sailing. Manchester, Merrimack, Nashua, smooth sailing with medium pace traffic, and then Nashua making your way into Massachusetts, smooth sailing with medium pace traffic. Nashua, Milford, smooth sailing, but on the Nashua side here, medium pace traffic, and Milford side here, medium pace traffic, but otherwise over here it's all smooth sailing. Manchester, Derry, Windham, Salem into the border, Massachusetts, all smooth sailing. And that is a look at your morning traffic map for this Wednesday morning. And also there could be some slick spots, so be cautious about that when you drive on the road this morning. If you see a shine, that could be a slick spot. And here is a live look at your Salem, New Hampshire, Rockingham Park Boulevard at Mall. And as you can see the pavement, but it looks like a little shine. It could be some black ice there, so watch out for some possible black ice on the roadways this morning. And that is a look at your traffic for this Wednesday morning. And now let's go into your news. First up, we're going to begin with your COVID-19 updates. 7 more Granite Staters die of COVID-19. Current known cases continue to decline in the state. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Winter weather has arrived, and Beltate's Building Supply is here to help you get through it. Shop one of our 9 locations safely, order by phone, or shop online at beltates.com. We offer in-store or curbside pickup and free delivery. Count on Beltate's Building Supply this winter.
And now to the just-released coronavirus numbers in the state. There are 328 new cases today. There have been over 66,000 total cases. Active cases have dropped to 4,200, while current hospitalizations are slightly up to 202. 7 more people have died, but the recovery rate is the highest since the pandemic started. 92% of all New Hampshire cases have recovered.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And now let's take a look at COVID-19 in New Hampshire. What you need to know. Let's take a look at this data right now. Okay, and here's a look at this information for all of you right now. There are 66,384 number of people in New Hampshire who have tested positive for COVID-19. 26,384,829 number of people in the United States have tested positive. 1,066 number of deaths from COVID-19 in New Hampshire. 202 current number of hospitalizations for COVID-19 in New Hampshire. And 419 number of deaths from COVID-19 in the United States. And let's take a look at this map of New Hampshire where current cases of COVID-19 are. In Nashua, 388. And let's take a look at this map of New Hampshire where total cases of COVID-19 are. Nashua, 5,823. And now let's take a look at these 3 charts here. Let's start with the first chart here. New cases each day in New Hampshire. In the purple, daily new positive COVID-19 cases. Orange, new hospitalization. And red, deaths. Let's take a look at this chart here. Current cases. In the purple, current COVID-19 cases. In orange, current hospitalization. Let's take a look at this chart here. Total cases. Total positive COVID-19 cases in the purple. Total hospitalization, orange. Red, deaths, and blue, recovered. And let's take a look at this chart here. Positive PCR test rate. Positive PCR and antigen test rate. And daily PCR tests. Let's take a look at this chart here. Age group of cases and female and male cases. And let's take a look at this chart here. Infections, hospitalizations, and deaths. And let's take a look at this chart here. Deaths, percent of New Hampshire population, race/ethnicity of cases, and hospitalizations. And a reminder, your common symptoms: fever, lack of smell, cough, chills, difficult breathing, nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea. How it spreads, and prevention tips. And be sure to stay with the Riley King Network for the latest of your COVID-19 information. Frustration for Granite Staters trying to book second vaccination dose. State officials say website's problems should be resolved by end of the day. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Winter weather has arrived, and Beltate's Building Supply is here to help you get through it. Shop one of our 9 locations safely, order by phone, or shop online at beltates.com. We offer in-store or curbside pickup and free delivery. Count on Beltate's Building Supply this winter.
I haven't gotten within 40 yet.
100 miles out, nothing. And this is right after 8 o'clock.
Check the site. Had some trouble with it right at 8 o'clock.
The list of emails today into our newsroom for people reporting problems or asking questions about the state's efforts to book second doses is a long one with varied issues. Colleen Campbell still not able to get appointments for her parents, aged 90 and 84, until months out.
They have no second appointment.
She said after her parents quickly got scheduled for their first dose, she was hopeful.
Which was awesome. We were so grateful. Super smooth operation. Got an email the very next day to make the second appointment, which wasn't until March.
So Colleen tried to move that appointment up, but she had to cancel it first. The earliest at the Exeter site near them, not until April. The state says a technical glitch made it so many New Hampshire sites and appointments could not be seen.
The appointments are there, the doses are there for you. Don't panic. I know it's inconvenient, and we totally apologize for that. You know, we were hoping it would go very smoothly.
Colleen and others got emails saying more appointments would be added. She already knows how she's spending tomorrow.
We'll keep trying. I have to, but I do, it brings up a lot of questions, what if I can't get them an appointment? Are they going to have to start the series all over again? And
now, Colleen says her parents are fortunate because they have her and her sisters working to resolve this. She says she worries about those people that may not have that type of support system. Meantime, the message from the state tonight, keep trying. Reporting live, I'm Charisse LeClaire, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Very frustrating. Cleanup continues in much of New Hampshire after a storm dumps a foot of snow. Snow fell across northern New Hampshire for most of Tuesday. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Over time, the flue tiles inside the chimney may become damaged from water, age, or even a chimney fire, which could lead to dangerous toxins in.
Well, Jen, what a difference from last night. We were reporting on the storm in Bedford last night and getting up the Everett after our story. It was very slow going, but on the ride down here to Wyndham tonight, smooth sailing. The roads are perfectly clear, and this storm did create some challenges. That's because this was a long duration storm, and that meant a lot of work overnight for plow crews across the state. In Nashua, about 80 crews worked for 24 hours or so to work on the roads. The city's DPW was able to brine before the storm, but with as much as 1 to 2 inches of snow falling per hour at certain points, it was a lot of cleanup to keep up with. And certainly the challenge with a storm like this, it started and ended for parts of the state, at least in rush hour, which did complicate travel.
It was a long duration, and we had periods of very heavy snow, so we had to keep going back and redoing the main roads. I think the streets are in great shape right now.
Nashua DPW says the good news is throughout that storm, they say people really stayed off the roads, which made cleanup efforts a lot easier. Live in Wyndham, I'm Charisse LeClaire, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Nor'easter caused minor flooding at coastline. Barge breaks free in Rye. Hampton has had multiple flooding bouts in recent weeks. Let's take a listen to that video and take a look at the scene of that rough water in Hampton. Let's take a look at that right now.
Over the past year, our local New Hampshire businesses have shown amazing resiliency. They've gone the extra mile to do whatever they can.
Okay, that was the scene at Hampton Beach with that rough water. Very, very rough. The water from the Atlantic Ocean flooded streets in Hampton during both high tides that occurred Tuesday as the nor'easter pulled through the region. Ocean Boulevard was temporarily closed Tuesday in Hampton because of high surf at the beach during high tide. Some flooding was seen earlier Tuesday morning in the areas of Johnson Avenue and Riverview Terrace. Local user said she has seen flooding in the area 5 times since December. See her video below, and let's check out that video below right now.
When it's time to invest in a new roof, be smart and look at more factors than just the final price. Not all roofs are the same, and not all roofers are the same. Ask the questions. Do they offer warranties? Are they fully insured? Do they use industry-recognized quality materials? Forever Metal Roof Company checks all...
Look at that flooding in Hampton, wow. A coastal flood warning was issued for the seacoast for the 2:30 p.m. high tide, and WMUR saw minor flooding and some splash over in Hampton at that time. In Rye, Ocean Boulevard was temporarily closed at Washington Road and at Harbor Road. Central Road, meanwhile, was closed at South Road. In addition, a platform barge broke from its marooning in Rye Harbor on Tuesday. Crews with the U.S. Coast Guard, Rye Fire Department, Rye Police were working Tuesday afternoon to keep that barge in the harbor. Snow helps North Country ski and snowmobile areas. Industry officials hope more snow is in the forecast. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9, Kristen Carosa.
Living in northern New England doesn't mean you have to spend the winter on your roof. Forever Metal roofs are designed to shed snow while the energy-efficient panels keep your home warm in the bitter winter temperatures. The Mount Washington Valley welcomed 10 to 12 inches of snow in this latest snowstorm, a welcome sight for ski resorts.
It means they can, focus on getting Mother Nature snow as opposed to having to constantly be making that snow, which, as you know, can be expensive.
Jessica Keeler of Ski New Hampshire says mountains desperately need this boost after a season with below average snowfall, and the hope is more is on the way.
It's looking like we might be getting a little bit more on Friday, and there might be another system coming in Sunday. Fingers crossed that those amount to additional snowfall for the ski areas.
It's the same for snowmobile shops and groomers.
It just keeps people coming in, and it just keeps, everybody happy and be able to ride their snowmobiles.
Stephen Lavoie works at Mom's North Country Power Sports in Groveton.
It is definitely coming down at a good pace right now. We're probably seeing at least 2 inches an hour. Definitely happy about seeing this stuff. It's great for, local businesses also, how much revenue that brings for the area.
It's allowing groomers to get out onto the trails ahead of what could be a busy weekend in the North Country.
They've been out there grooming and keeping them the best they can, and with the new added snow, it's definitely going to be make trail conditions around the Groveton area a lot better. And I've already taken a lot of phone calls this morning and the last couple of days about renting for this weekend and coming up Valentine's Day weekend. So it's definitely piqued people's interest now that they're seeing we're getting snow up here.
Kristen Carosa, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Hearing begins in New Hampshire House on education savings accounts. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9, Adam Sexton.
Living in northern New England doesn't mean you have to spend the winter on your roof. Forever Metal roofs are designed to shed snow while the energy-efficient panels keep your home warm.
Classrooms have transformed amid the COVID-19 pandemic. Children are receiving their public education in vastly different ways, and advocates for school choice say they've heard from a growing number of parents interested in alternatives.
They are in their homes, in many cases, struggling to try and get tutors and supplies and internet access.
For State House Republicans, the solution is House Bill 20, legislation creating education freedom accounts to give parents access to public dollars that could be put toward private schools. Opponents contend it's a rerun of the school voucher plan shot down by the New Hampshire House in 2018.
With everything that's happened with the pandemic, we need to be finding creative ways to support the educators in New Hampshire and not trying to take public money away from them.
The last push for school choice failed when Republicans split after House Finance Chairman Neil Kirk balked at the much-debated price tag.
This bill downshifts $99 million.
The formidable Representative Kirk is now retired, and nearly 3 years later, Republicans have regained the majority and appear more united than ever behind this issue.
This is about every kid in New Hampshire and making sure that every kid in New Hampshire has a stable opportunity for an adequate education. And that discussion is completely different than the discussion we were having last time.
While some contend the pandemic has been a game changer for the school choice issue, others, like some parents of children living with disabilities, say their concerns haven't changed at all.
Perhaps the most dangerous part of HB 20 is its failure to prohibit education service providers from discrimination against students based on their gender, their race, their disability, sexual orientation, or any other federally protected category.
In Concord, Adam Sexton, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Stock features rise slightly as Reddit reveals Amazon and Alphabet report strong earnings. U.S. stock features rose slightly in overnight trading on Tuesday after a strong market rally as the Reddit trading continued to unwind. Two FBI agents killed, 3 hurt in Florida shooting. Let's take a listen to that video from ABC News.
Good evening, and it's great to have you with us here on a Tuesday night. And we begin tonight with the deadly FBI shooting. 2 special agents killed, 3 others wounded while executing a search warrant in Sunrise, Florida. That's near Fort Lauderdale. A suspect wanted for violent crimes against children. This is the first fatal FBI shooting in the line of duty in 12 years. The team arriving at an apartment complex when no one answered the apartment door, they went in. The suspect opening fire, the shooter was found dead by suicide. A massive show of law enforcement arriving on the scene. Police, SWAT teams, sheriff's departments, the wounded rushed for medical care. The 2 fallen agents had years of experience fighting crimes against children. A procession of law enforcement, motorcycles and SUVs escorting the ambulance with one of the fallen agents, and a line of officers saluting as the flag-draped gurney is carried into the medical examiner's office. FBI Director Christopher Wray issuing a statement saying FBI agents put themselves in harm's way every day. And tonight, President Biden saying just a short time ago that his heart aches for the families. ABC's Victor Kendall leading us off from Florida tonight.
Tonight, in one of the deadliest shootings in FBI history, 2 agents killed and another 3 injured. The FBI now mourning the loss of Special Agents Daniel Alvin and Laura Schwarzenberger.
Do not fire towards the front porch. We're going to be moving up. Do not fire towards the front porch.
According to authorities, federal agents were serving a search warrant early this morning in Sunrise, Florida. They knocked to announce their presence, and when there was no answer, reached the door, immediately coming under rifle fire.
We're inside the development. We're working our way up. We're going to extract the ground officers.
Authorities say the suspected gunman was being looked into as part of a child pornography investigation. SWAT teams rushing to the scene, an armored vehicle crashing through those gates, a pool of blood in the corner of the screen. This man saying the shots woke him up.
At least 20 rounds, continuous. Bam, 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 bam.
And that woke you up this morning?
First thing this morning, 5:30.
Officials say the suspect died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. One of the deceased agents honored with a solemn procession. Officials saluting the flag-draped gurney.
They were valuable members of the FBI and will forever be heroes.
President Biden tonight sending his condolences.
Put their lives on the line, and it's a hell of a price to pay.
Let's get right to Victor Kendo. He's live in Florida tonight. And Victor, I know authorities say this only underscores the dangers that these FBI agents face every day when executing these search warrants.
David, our sources tell us there is no such thing as executing a safe warrant, that when you enter a home, a hallway can create a bottleneck, and law enforcement describes that as a fatal funnel. The FBI is now conducting an internal investigation to see if there was a rush to stop this ongoing abuse of children. David?
All right, Victor Kendo leading us off tonight. Victor, thank you.
Hi.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And that does it for this morning edition of the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you back here later on today for another newscast. I'll have a news report coming up in a little bit. Goodbye, everyone.